All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites from the Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone. And we're here to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like it to the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we'll just get right into it.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. And he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
God, this is the prophet Esdras, who is also Ezra in the Old Testament. He's coming out of the Apocrypha, and he's responding to the Archangel Uriel and having a conversation about the end times. And he asked about it, and he said, hey, when you start to see the signs of the times past that I've told you before, then you said, no, it's the very same time, you know, when people about to come and visit the world. Okay? And what are those things? You know, wars and rumors of wars, famines, pestilences, okay? Earthquakes in diverse places. You know, I have this earthquake app. I set the range beginning at 3.0 magnitude, and just over a couple of days, you know, I just kept scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. There's earthquakes going on everywhere. All right, and of course you got the wars and rumors of wars. You've seen the downfall of Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, a lot of stuff is going on. It's real hard to keep up right now. So, go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privily, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many.
And you got a lot of that going on right now. You got these false prophets, okay? You got the imposters in the land right now. Now it's becoming abundantly clear that they're not the chosen people. They don't match up with the prophecy, okay? And going around telling the world that they are, okay?
It says, verse 4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many.
God, and that's the thing. You know, it's going to be a lot of deception going on right now. You know, and we can see that right within the media. Okay, you got Trump saying one thing, Iran saying another. Okay, and this is really deceiving with this AI. Okay, this is very hard to tell what's real and what's not right now. You know, when it first came out, you can see that the hands and fingers were all messed up. Now that stuff is perfect. You know, when they got babies dancing, you know, people have a whole conversation. You think it's actually real, but it's not.
Yeah, you have a lot of these channels or these podcasters, those who actually pull up YouTube and watch the very prophets teach and preach. Preach this truth, starting when I had apostles of Great Millstone and those that teach the likewise doctrine, and they go in and run and take parts of what they learned or what they've heard, and then they put their actual spin on it. So now you're starting to see a lot of people talking about the World War III. You know, you have a lot of people, you know, talking about, you know, people who claim to be the people of the book, and they're not.
Not even close.
So you got a lot of people coming up, and again, some of them are doing it to fill their belly. Some of it because they think it's the fad for the day. But then you got a lot of them that speak, but they still speak in the frame of mind that this place is going to continue forever, as it tells us in the Psalms.
Yeah. Yep.
But we know, going back to the point, that these are the signs of Yahushua's return. and everyone and all these different nations are going to be mustered up to the battle of this great judgment.
This is Mark chapter 13 and verse 7. It says, "And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars," it says, "be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet."
Pull up that must. You get that?
Yeah.
It said must, it must needs be. So these things have to come, they have to happen. Like we bring out, brother, he brings it out. I brought it out some time ago, and he always brings it up now, where it talks about shall, right? You hit on that?
These, like in the curses, from like Deuteronomy chapter 15 through 68, the word shall or shout appears 113 times. Okay, that's almost twice for each scripture. And what that word means is inevitable. It is going to happen. All right. And these curses surely have happened. But just like he said, these things must be, they're going to happen.
It's the Greek word die. It says, outline biblical usage. It says, it is necessary, there is need of, it behooves, is right and proper.
Yeah, read the verse now.
This is Mark chapter 13 and verse 7. It says, "And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be."
So he said, one of the words, it says, so such things are necessary.
Yep.
He said it's necessary that it should come to pass. Go ahead.
It says, "But the end shall not be yet."
Right, because we also have the famines,
Yep.
the sedition of men, the infighting within Babylon, also known as America. But then we have the great, the one that's gonna bring us to that tipping point. The MOTB.
Yep.
The Karak. All right, the right hand forehead.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom."
God, that's it. The nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. What happens when we have that infighting? You get Mark chapter 3, I'm going to say 24 through 27.
Mark chapter 3, verse 24. Actually, if I read one up, he says 23. He says, "And he called them unto him, and he said unto them in a parable, How can Satan cast out Satan? It says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand."
God. So yeah, it cannot stand. It's bound to fall, and you're seeing that right now with Babylon the Great. It's starting to fall. Their whole plan is going around. They really underestimated Iran. Okay, and Iran has no fear. I forget the guy's name. He was speaking. He said that Trump said he's going to send troops. His response was, "Come on, come closer."
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. So you got that nation, and then they're going against the other Muslim nations in the region that were have given America a basis. So when he say create 3 demands: get all of your bases out of this region, lift up all the sanctions, going back to 1979. And then there was another one. They owe them reparations to the tune of $800 billion. But they said they'll take $5 billion.
And they had 30 days to do it.
30 days to do it.
Whereas on the other side, you have Trump saying that everything is going as planned.
Yep.
Saying that they're winning. But when they first started, you mentioned it was four days. They were going to be in and out.
Yep.
Thought it was going to be like a Venezuela type of move, But then it went to, it could be a month. It could be a month. Now they're talking about it could be even longer. They don't know. They're saying they can go as long as it needs be to get to their what they're looking to accomplish. Yet they haven't even given that groundwork of what they really are trying to accomplish.
And they have no exit plan. Okay, the generals told them we don't have the munitions for this. Okay, and we know for a fact that what they're telling us that Iran is not even using their best stuff yet. Okay, they shot down what was it, the F-35 on those stealth planes. Now they got it, researching it, and they got the heat signature for those planes. It's not going to be as easy as they thought it was. Okay, and that's Iran. You know, wait till Russia and China and those other nations get involved. You know, India is part of that. Is part of that mix. Okay, Saudi Arabia is part of that mix. All right. And China, China said they're not giving them any ground force. Shoot. That's a whole other. Man, go ahead.
Well, you still have one on the other one. We got a little bit more here, but also to your point, you have when you mentioned the BRICS, you got Russia, which Edomite, so that's the nation divided. That's kingdom against kingdom, a nation divided within itself. And then of course now you had, of course, Trump is asking for help, and like you might have just mentioned that, but they're not even trying to help.
No.
And then you got your then they're going to Congress, or they're asking for $200 billion, whereas what's in that headset? It came out that he was spending they were spending millions upon millions of dollars on shrimp, lobster, and crab.
$93 million.
So and so of course you got the American people. The roads are jacked up. The people are about, like many of these companies are about to go under. They're closing a lot of their stores. And these are things that can be looked up. So America's just chaotic in general, but yet they in somebody else's land trying to bring democracy and some type of order.
And then, you talked about, they asked about the $200 billion. Report just came out yesterday that the United States is insolvent to the tune of $47 to $48 trillion. Okay, $6 billion in assets. So they ain't got no money. All right, there's no money. Where is this going to come from?
It says, back in Mark chapter 13. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yep. This is verse 25. It says, "And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but he hath an end."
Yeah, and he has an end. And Esau knows his end. The elite already knew that. What did they looked into that thing to see how many different scenarios where they can change the outcome. And the looking glass. Yeah. You look at all the different scenarios, change all the different types of variables to see how their outcome, how would it change. It ain't changing. The same outcome. They're going to be destroyed along with this place. All right?
This is back in Mark. Yeah, I did. Yeah. And this goes right into what we're talking about. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7. It says, "Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh Shai's hand." It says, "That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad."
Yeah, the nations have taken on Babylon's philosophies, doctrines, ways. Just look at the Chinese. They weren't wearing suits and ties before. Now they've taken on their ways. And like I said, it made them drunk. Now that's coming off. Obadiah 1 and 7. He said, you want to read that right quick? Obadiah 1 and 7. Basically, these nations are fed up. Okay, go ahead.
Obadiah, verse 7, it says, "All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
God, and that's the thing. You're not going to know what's going to happen when you start to see it. You know, all those that were confederate with you, those are your allies.
Yep.
You don't have any more left. All right? You didn't let those imposters over there sucker you, but that was all part of prophecy. You know, scripture say the least of the flock, we're going to draw them out. Okay?
One of the things that many of the countries, you know, went into with America, you know, and got rich, you know, got pretty wealthy was that dollar.
Yep.
You know, backing it by the oil. So of course, what is the big thing right now? You know, a lot of the fight, you know, they went in for one reason. They said that Iran wasn't dealing with the people, correct? Right?
Yep.
Rightly. But then when they got in there, they started dealing with the oil. You know, hitting
Yep.
the refineries in different places, things like that.
Yep.
Same thing as far as like, I always keep bringing that up, Venezuela and many of these other places, they bring a propaganda, they come with a whole nother agenda, you know, but the people, these other nations fed off of it for a long time. And that's why, again, he brought up the BRICS.
Yep.
Many of them are trying to part ways and separate themselves from them. And even like I said, even Iran. And NATO, yeah,
Yep.
NATO. And of course, you know, they just pretty much wreak havoc on their infrastructures.
Yep.
Destroying their fields, their farms, the oil, things like that until they get to their expected end.
Yeah, basically, petrol dollars created
Basically through OPEC.
Yep.
OPEC was basically put under the U.S. dollar, and through the U.S. dollar, as well as went to all nations had to do transactions.
Yep.
That made the dollar strong because it was already up the gold standard, and the last standard that was on was the silver standard, which came in 1971 under Nixon.
Right.
So once they took it off the silver standard, now the dollar's backed by nothing.
Yep.
So from that point on, now it's I owe you.
Yep.
You know, and so what you have basically a bunch of empty promises, you know what I'm saying, by way of the dollar, all right, which, again, you don't have it backed by anything, the currency means nothing. You know, so it became like until the denarius. The denarius had the same thing where, going back to the Roman currency, the denarius, at one point it was the highest thing as far as currency on the Roman world, all right? And then what happened? It diminished by adding other metals to it.
Yep.
Weaker, or lesser value of metals. And then the denarius became bankrupt.
Yep.
And one thing about society is, once your economy goes bankrupt, there goes society, because that's what keeps society strong, is the economy. You know? So now we're at the point where MOTV systems, okay, which is the mark of the beast. You have the one chip that's the size of the grain of rice, and the one that's, you know, called the neural link that goes to the brain. That's the new currency that they're waiting to put online, which everything else you see is a distraction from that.
Yeah.
Because that's the major prophecy that we're looking forward to.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Like when you go into those birth certificates and go deep into the 14th Amendment, I think, don't quote me on that, but it kind of talks about the people that come under that amendment are like a commodity. You know?
Your bond papers.
Yeah.
Your birth certificate, Social Security number. Them your bond papers that basically the elites own. That's why it's, you know, bought and sold and traded every day. Yep. You know, because how you worded, contrary to popular opinion and belief, and if you're not in the know, you are a bond slave or bond servant to the elites.
Yep.
But to make you a perpetual servant, a servant of theirs perpetually, the MOTB is the thing they're going to look to administer to the people.
Well, one thing to back you up is that Social Security number is where they were able to, because at one point nobody had Social Security numbers. You know, I forget the date, but they started applying that onto everybody. And when you use that, it goes to all the transactions and things, your debt and riches and things that you've actually have accumulated. And of course, like you said, that they can sell that, you know, as far as the people letting them know, like the taxes. Anytime they needed something, they raise taxes.
Yep.
People end up paying more in taxes. Then goes back, to whatever their enterprise.
Yeah, we talked about that debt, that 48 trillion dollars. Okay, that the United States being called insolvent. That the scriptures call that out. That big play. And have a good one. I'm gonna grab that. Okay. Yeah, he got it.
Jeremiah.
Let's finish that.
This back in Jeremiah chapter 51 in verse. I'm gonna start at verse 7. Verse 7 again. It's Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7. It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh Shemashai's hand that made all the earth drunken. It says, the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Okay, that's how you know it's talking about Babylon, the great Lord of Babylon, because the old Babylonian empire and reached to all the earth. All right? So America the one that has influence on all the earth. Yep. This is why I'm holding half the two, but this is why you have it where a representation of every nation is over here in so-called America.
Yeah, these devils. I'm sorry. These devils, bro. They control who got access to Antarctica.
Yeah.
Who doing that? Go ahead, bro.
No, I was just gonna say that's why we go into Revelation the 17th chapter speaks about after how they went after the beast. In Revelation 13, Shlaki. But the alluring of America, the American dream, that was put as a thing to be sought after on a high level, because it gave you a mindset of I can come to America and achieve this and that and the third, have a big house, family, pick your fists, all that stuff, and that was able to be achieved by the Edomites, the rest of the heathens that came over here. But for us, it never became that. But they came over here because of that, the influence of America. They came over here. A lot of these foreigner or heathens come over here for American education. Because why? American education is looked at as the top in the world. Why? Because America became the superpower. Okay.
It turns out they wasn't that more than that. Cuba had like some of the best doctors. Okay. But it's witchcraft over here.
Well, a lot of those nations that come over here, they actually excel, especially like I think it was like Nigeria.
Yeah.
Like Nigeria, which are people, mainly, but they excel. They come in here and they top tier. And then these other nations, they become the doctors. You go to these doctor facilities, we seeing Saul.
It's Moab, Elam, and the Nigerians.
Back in Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 8, it says, Babylon is, it's like, I don't know if anyone has precept. Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 8, it says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
Right, because what's going on with America, right, aka Babylon, all this shit is pretty much happening all of a sudden.
Yep.
Now, those in the know, the men of the Lord, the prophets, we've been, and our elders and the bishops and the apostles been seeing the decline. Like they could tell you how the 80s was, how the 70s was, how the 60s was, but it's just been a decline until the point where we're at now. So now we at the point where to the people who was like blinded to it, it's happening all of a sudden. Because a week ago gas was what?
Something before the boom.
Yeah, because it was like two something.
249 was the cheapest.
Yeah, it was $249 and then boom. Not even a week or two later, look at it. And then now we waiting on what? We still gotta wait the month out, so to speak. Yeah. And so when the month out and then the new shipments come in for all these different stores, and then we see where the price is at. See, so it's just this shit is gonna be all of a sudden to these people.
Well, he posted or he sent me something saying that they like Indiana is already jumping up.
Yeah.
Like was it 7%?
Yeah, 7%.
Gas
And
tax.
there's multiple gas taxes in Indiana.
Yeah, they're doing 7%.
So-
7% gas.
Yep.
Use replacement.
Yep.
And then, of course, on top of that, we know who all own the energy companies here too. They increased the bills. You know?
And been doing it. So we went from people just free movement, traveling. Look, they was in Houston, spring break, right?
Yeah.
We went from free movement to free traveling to now what? Gas rations. What it say? Some you could drive every other day. They gonna do it by license plates. Even this day, odds the other day. Which you know, some people gonna switch the license plate. This about to open up the floodgates for pandemonium. You know,
Chaos. Oh.
or to have chaos.
And then reduce the speed limit across all highways by like 10 miles an hour. To conserve that energy, yeah.
They're trying to push people to work from home. Well, now everybody's going to work from home.
Where everything you can't work from home. You can't drive a forklift from home.
Right.
Which a lot of these, and then on top of that, you got they building these different. I don't know what they call. Maybe you know, but I remember when I was at Kuhn and Nagu, robots doing everything. I forget what they call them.
Robots.
Yeah, but they got it like
Automation system.
There you go. The automation systems where the system you can replace fucking 70% of your workforce, and they could put out them 50% more output. So that's cutting the jobs, and who the fuck gonna drive a forklift from home? Most jobs that people get are menial jobs, labor-induced jobs. It ain't a lot of jobs that you can do work from home. And then what you grab that real quick. You get your precept. Grab no work for Egypt. Ain't no fucking work for this place. Even the jobs that people get, the government you really don't need to run a society. Yeah, I think it's 1914. Yeah.
Isaiah 19, starting at verse 14, it says, "The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof."
Yeah, it's a perverse spirit in this place. All right, that's a lesson within itself. Perverse means basically not right. All right, wicked, no morality. Go ahead.
It says, "And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof,
Like a what?
as a drunken man staggered in his vomit."
Right. So that means you getting vomited everywhere. You vomited on yourself. You vomited on things you come into contact with. So every time the American government try to fix a problem, they create a problem. They don't. The wisdom of teaming has been destroyed through exposure. You know. Go ahead.
It says, verse 15, "Neither shall there be any work for Egypt."
Yeah, ain't no work in Egypt. Look, you got where the American farmers at? All the farming getting outsourced.
Oh, yeah, there was a company, I forget the name, I saw it real quick on the way here. They was in business for 139 years. And all the tariffs went up.
Yeah.
They had to file bankruptcy today.
Well, especially with these gas prices, the gas prices raised. Okay, now you gotta put that off on the consumer, because when the gas prices raise, the feed prices raise. And these farmers been complaining about feed prices for years now. At least about 5 to 10 years they've been complaining about the feed prices.
That's nothing too, with the straight arm blues being blocked. The fertilizer.
The fertilizer.
See, now the fertilizer price going up, plus you're not even being able to get it. They're already saying, stock up on stuff, because about around, they're saying like around October and shit, there ain't gonna be no fruits and vegetables and shit.
Yeah.
They
It ain't
might
good.
send it to that.
Yep.
They shouldn't eat the seeds.
Yeah.
The seeds, it's been a problem with the feed, the seeds, the fertilizer,
The animals themselves.
the yield, labor. Remember, they deported most of the Latin tribes that reaped down the fields. Well, basically, they sold everything. You look at it, who's sowing in the fields as far as the agriculture in Babylon, it's Issachar, Zebulun, and all the other so-called Latin tribes that are over here. Mainly Issachar, though. That's why you brothers know Issacharites that they family got farms and lands and shit, or they run one.
Oh, rent run. It's called rent. They're rent.
rent
Yep,
run.
yep.
That's why Issachar able to have their stores. They run their stores off the increase in the land they renting or owning or running. They get a discounted price. But that shit is coming to naught because why? First of all, the seeds is GMO. That's a whole other thing in itself. Then on top of that, the seed ain't even owned by the people. The seed owned by fucking Monsanto. And then who owns that? One of the wicked elites. Yep. So basically, when you got Monsanto seeds and shit that blow in the fields, they can claim your field as their field. Yep. So all the way around, you got a bad fucking deal in agriculture. That's why it says that in 2 Ezra 15 that what? That the land that says Egypt shall the land of Egypt shall mourn.
Get that real quick. They that till the land, type in, shall
in the
mourn.
GNT it says the farmers. Yeah, GNT says the farmers. You gotta go like to another Bible app. What did it say it though? That's what's going on. The farmers are failing. That's why there's one Jewite farmer. You know, he was talking about how basically they able to survive even though they're not getting government assistance or government aid.
They're barely making it.
Yeah. But what he's trying to do is he started a coalition. You know how Jake do. Come together to try and keep their farms. The GNT.
No. Just type in till and mourn.
Yeah, it's right there, like about verse 13-ish.
All right.
12, 13.
Yep.
Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 13. It says, "They that till the land."
See, they that till the land, the farmers.
Go up one verse.
Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 12. It says, "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai shall bring upon it."
Yeah, what's the foundation of a civilization?
Agriculture.
The economy, agriculture, the family, all that shit is smitten, man.
Yeah, you're right. Even the family structure.
Everything is smitten, man. Everything. And America is spiritually Sodom and Egypt.
Hell, even the military fell. Man, look how many U.S. military you say planes crashed, their jets.
Yeah, running into each other. Some crashed into a boat recently.
Well, the fool here, he fired all the FAA.
Yeah.
Trump did. As soon as he got in office.
That looks like a strategic position to stop you from leaving.
Yeah, that too. You know, that's why they got ICE in the airport.
Because mind you, what they do in Ukraine, catching all the old motherfuckers trying to leave and depart. Now you go into the military. They're just gonna keep increasing. Now you gonna have motherfuckers in their 60s.
You could dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Right. Yeah. All right here. First class recruits. Right here. This is an example.
Go ahead.
It's Second Ezra 15 and 12 in the
Yeah,
GNT.
they all got on backpacks.
Yeah.
Like they look kind of ethnic too. Like, huh?
Shape.
Yeah, I was gonna say they look kind of ethnic too. Like shit, like Lebanese maybe or some Jordanians. Yeah, some sleeper cells. People fucking walking around with backpacks. Go ahead.
Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 12 in the GNT. It says, "The whole land will be in mourning, it will be shaken to its foundations." It says, "When I, the Lord, strike it and pound on it." Verse 13, it says, "The farmers will mourn because their
And they
seed-"
mourning. Because it's wicked, man. What it said, I've called Egypt to air and every work thereof. And a lot of it is purposeful, order ab chaos. But a lot of it is Esau he lost the reins.
Yep.
Prophecy he can't operate in secrecy. And then it's just everything is just the spirit of the Lord. His word shall not go out void. But they mourning now. I've seen countless videos of farmers mourning and complaining about how and those farm towns are dying.
Yeah.
Like across like Arkansas, Oklahoma, the different little parts of these
Nebraska.
towns. Oh, we say Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Hey, remember that little town we just stayed in?
Yeah.
Like, man, where's the youth at?
Yeah.
But even all the old, everybody older than that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Western states, not the Midwestern states.
Yeah.
I was driving on the road. You can see many farms that are abandoned.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you brothers travel often, but like every state you go to, you have that. Where the whole farm is abandoned. Nobody's tilling the land, the equipment out in there, probably sold all the equipment. shut it down, but the land just laying there, just there.
It's just there.
The grass is growing up again, you know. So,
You know, there should be none to till the land, something like that.
Well, I found that company.
Which company?
Del Monte Foods.
Oh yeah. The
I
green
read
beans and all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he was just saying, filed bankruptcy and selling all its assets.
And that's a big company, you know.
Yeah.
You remember the canned goods? I remember Del Monte.
1886. That's when
Yeah.
it started.
yeah, fruits, vegetables.
Yep.
Can I run a list real quick?
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, this is just to go into what we
You
going
good.
into. This is major retail tellers closing stores in 2026. Now they're saying they're not like shutting completely down, but they're shutting underperformed.
The downside.
Yeah, spots. Macy's 150. This is by the
Yeah, ain't nobody finna be buying no motherfucking clothes.
Carter's.
You going Macy's, you motherfucker want $120 for a bottle of cologne.
Right, yeah.
When the goddamn box of cereal costs $15.
Right.
Ain't nobody finna be buying no damn all that high ass shit in Macy's.
And you found out that stuff was marked up 1,000% anyway.
Yeah, man. Fuck out of here. Go ahead.
We'll just run them off. Carter's, 100, Saks, Francisco.
Yeah, Saks, all that little shit. Sacksville. Going there shit $1,000. $400 for a little bitty ass 1.7 milliliter what is it, ounce? Yeah, a cologne, Tom Ford. Ain't nobody buying that shit.
Kroger, 60 supermarkets.
What you need the supermarkets. But that's just letting you know, if you closing down the supermarkets,
Yeah.
They got Wendy's, 300 locations. Pizza Hut, 250. Papa John's,
These
200.
are big fast food chains.
Yeah.
and they employ people.
Yeah.
So now you got more people out of the workforce, right? And then the reason why they shutting down is because you got less people spending. The economy of America is based off people spending. They need people to spend money. That's why they was giving them stimulus checks.
So,
Consumer based.
and
Yeah, it's a
not even-
consumer-based economy.
Yeah, and it's not even really naming the list because it was one that was more extensive. They had Starbucks, you had Burger King, you had a bunch of other places. But here's the bigger picture. It says why so many closures, and I just did a chat GPT.
Yeah.
It says around 7,900 U.S. stores could close in 2026. At least 800 to 1,200 closures already announced.
And that's on the low end.
Exactly.
We know that's on the low end. Go ahead, finish where you at.
Back in 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 13 in the GNT, it says the farmers will mourn because their seed will fail.
We are farmers. Dun, 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 dun. No.
Oh, what month is that when the farmers of America, those people be coming through?
We just witnessed that.
They just came to that.
Future farmers of America.
Yeah, Future Farmers of America. And that was right before what? He gave their contracts. He gave the contracts to the American Farmers Competition. He gave it to China and Argentina. So now what they supposed to do? Now when you look up, if you do a search, the American farming populace has been on a sharp decline for like 50 odd years, maybe even longer. Like people ain't farming, and then the people that are farming, they catching hell because they can't really haggle with the big companies, and a lot of that equipment they be renting.
Oh yeah.
And who it be the BlackRock,
Yeah.
and then they sell their seeds to these bigger companies, and it ain't no is it collective bargaining? What's the term? They can't really bargain it, because if they say
Kind of like a union.
yeah, they can't really say, well, if they don't like the price that they buying it at, they can just say, oh, all right, well, they could just seclude them. All right, well, we ain't gonna buy nothing. Nobody gonna buy nothing from them, because there's only a handful of companies, Cargill, and it's a few more. It's only a handful of companies, and they all interconnected. You know how Amalek do.
John Deere.
Yeah, so they all interrelated. They can't really. No, well, I'm selling mine for this. It's just one set price for everything, and that one set price ain't enough for them to keep going, because they renting from them. They rent from the same people they selling the seeds to.
It's not an equal competitive market.
It's not. Yeah, it's an unjust balance. It's a conflict of interest.
Every time you say that, it sounds like sharecropping was doing all people.
It's basically sharecropping, because what they do is when they can't meet the government when the government give them those subsidies, they use those subsidies to pay off the loans that they owe to the big companies.
Exactly.
So it's on the surface, it seemed like they getting the help, but in actuality, they're not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, and then then all the regulations, these small farmers can't keep up with this shit.
Yeah.
You gotta be up to code on this. Like, damn, it's gonna cost me everything to fix this barn or whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
On top of the fines.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
yeah,
yep,
fines,
yep.
You get fined, yeah, because they got inspectors coming around fucking you up. But now the big guys can just pay them people up.
Uh-huh.
They don't even get touched. It's just like the transportation industry, same way. The DOT come over, you know, there might be a small company, like 3 or 4 trucks, they wear your ass out with fines.
Yeah,
You
that's
got
what I was
closed
gonna say.
down.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Depending on the sector you're into, as far as business and trade, or commerce, whatever, the fines are different. Like you could be a fucking manufacturing company, get fined $40,000. To a farmer, that's a big wave.
That'll break you.
Yep. Yeah.
Especially how many of them fine.
Yep.
Oh, they'll fine you for this. Next thing you know, you find yourself for your farm on the goddamn market.
Yep.
For pennies to the dollar.
Then Kill basically come in and buy your shit up.
Oh yeah, okay. I call them circiliums.
Yeah, Sir Killer.
Circilium Gates. Yeah, he buying up, and he was buying up all the farmland. See?
By just paying the tax dollars. It's like a fucking. It's like a house. The house get foreclosure.
Yep.
For what? Taxes. Motherfucker come up. Well, how much you owe them taxes?
Yeah.
Get in the fucking what's called auction.
Yep.
Motherfucker own about $3,000. You pay $100-some thousand for the house. You pay the $3,000 in taxes. It's your crib.
Yep.
That's something, man.
You will own nothing and be happy. You don't own nothing anyway.
You know, yeah.
Because if you gotta constantly pay on something, you don't own it. I own this car. Well, don't keep up with the tags.
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to drive it.
Yep.
You don't own nothing, man. Go ahead, bro.
After the house is paid for, you got the
Property tax.
property tax.
Yeah, and don't pay that.
Right.
Now you owe, and you done outlived, like you done paid off the whole house, and now you still got property taxes, and you ain't old enough to keep a job.
Right.
That's why the scripture says in Nahum, woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. It's all full of lies and robbery, man. The prey departed not. They robbing. It's all robbery. Like somebody did a lesson, not a lesson, but it was just, one of these guys, one of these thinkers. Yeah. He was like, you're not poor, you're just being robbed.
Right.
You're just being fucking robbed, man.
Then they die, right? And they have insurance, they leave insurance for their children. They leave a house to them. A lot of them don't even take in the houses because they end up tax them heavy just for inheritance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Service tax.
People say rob not the poor because he was poor.
Yep.
So that's another way you rob the poor, man. Or even of your own. Us.
Let me get that Ecclesiastes.
Yep. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble.
You start at the top.
God, this is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
Because we're in the evil days now.
Yep.
All that, you know what's gonna kill feminism? Hyperinflation.
Yep. Yep.
That's part of the evil days.
Yep. Yeah, because a lot of women work bullshit jobs.
They work jobs that the society don't need to keep going.
Exactly.
You jump in real quick.
Fucking social justice. You feel important. You know bitches feel important. You go to school for 7 years, come out and make 40K. Bitch, you could do that. Make that
300K in debt.
Yeah.
Say it again, Martha.
With 300K in debt.
Yeah.
I got 3 degrees.
Outside the proud of her wisdom and the part of the understanding.
You got 3 heavy ass loans, most likely.
Go ahead, Doc.
This is Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 7. It says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender.
But you perpetually a servant. You can't never pay it off and continue on your own endeavors. It's just always something. And that's how Amalek likes to keep it. You remember y'all gotta watch that Rabbi Finkelstein interviews so y'all can join in on the references. But you remember when he said no. Don't pay the principal, He say the entrance.
Yeah.
He say the entrance. They don't like it when you. If I say the
that's
right,
right.
the principal.
Yeah.
They don't like that. Say the entrance. No, keep a motherfucker having to pay interest,
That's why
man.
some of the credit card companies, you go and you pay the principal, they'll cancel your ass.
Yeah.
Or they'll have certain things where you can't pay it all at, like if you use the card and you come back and it's like, well, I can pay it all at once. You know, you got certain companies that'll do that, but you can't pay it all at once.
They'll put
You know,
limits on it.
they'll put limit on. You got to pay, at least a month or two to let it go. So they're trying to build on that interest.
Ecclesiastes.
Yep. Back to Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Yeah, you know, typical Jake. I'm gonna wait till I get old to serve the Lord. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's called like a prepayment penalty or something.
Prepayment penalty.
Something like,
Yeah, penalized for
Something like
being
that.
responsible.
Right.
Because they can't capitalize.
Yeah. Because they don't teach you about credit and shit in school. So,
Man, they don't teach you this shit.
yeah. Then once you get jacked up. Verse 2.
Then when you graduate from high school, you get all and go to college, you get all the credit offers in the mail.
Oh man.
yeah.
Woo. I can tell you some stories.
Shit, you be needing this shit too, cause you ain't got shit.
See.
Like, what you gonna do? You like, man.
That's why I said the pray depart at night. You just you know.
We are, hey, to these at least we like one big open wilderness of hunting ground.
It's a smorgasbord.
Yeah. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 2. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened.
And that's twofold because before the light represents knowledge.
Yep.
And also when those missiles hit and darken the skies with those mushroom clouds. So before what is it? Last minute. All right, don't turn to the Lord at the last minute.
Yeah, it says what? Seek you out of the Lord while he may be.
Right, may be found. What they call it, bandwagon.
Right.
Because
yeah.
when you jumping on the bandwagon towards the end, you don't get the same outcome as the people that's been there before.
Yep.
Like you got a nice stock where people believed in it earlier. They bought it for pennies on the dollar, even less than. And then by the time you buy it, well, the stock already worth $2,000 a share now.
And then it's done.
So you ain't really profited.
Yep. But then you bandwagon, just even like in the sports team, I like the Golden State because they winning right now.
Right.
Shit about the players, those stats, but how they got there.
Nigga, you ain't know nothing about Quentin. Was the Jason Richardson? He
Right,
was in
yeah,
Golden
right,
State.
right. Monte Ellis on the
Yeah.
It says, nor the clouds return after the rain. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble.
Yeah, what's the keepers of the house? Like when you look at it, look at Abraham, right? Abraham had a servant who basically was the keeper of his house. He kept up with his books, counted the sheep, fed the sheep, managed the servants. And when you look at these different, I forget what they called, Gerald Salente and these different people who watch economists and finance, everything they saying is like, it's dire, it's bleak. What's the other guy? Richard from Boston, that's one. What's the other one though? He be making the YouTube videos of Elder Malcolm will be using them all the time.
You talking about Full Spectrum Survival?
Not him, that's one of them too.
George Galloway.
That's one too.
The Common Sense Show dude? That white dude?
Him too.
Oh, he's an Amazon.
Jimmy Dore.
Jimmy Dore, yeah, Jimmy Dore. But all them people that was named and mentioned, those represents keepers of houses. They trembling because they seeing what's going on, and the house can't be managed. It ain't Wolf Blitzer.
No, Wolf. Old ball guy. Richard Wolf.
Sounds familiar, that might be wrong.
Basically, they checking the books, keeping the books, and is insufficient to sustain it.
Yeah.
Like that brother looked up, what is it, insolvent?
Uh-huh.
Basically, the government can't run.
Yeah.
Government can't run. The people can't be taken care of. Because when you a king or a ruler, you're responsible for the estate of your people.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's why it says a wise king.
The government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Yep.
See, this government ain't been well ordered because the keepers ain't been prudent. They been what? Vile. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. So this is the outcome.
So children,
Huh?
when they are children,
Yeah.
they won't. What is it?
Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy servants eat for drunkenness and not for strength. See, these niggas here, everybody rubbing two niggas together, but you niggas done spent billions of dollars on lobster and furniture and grand pianos. See?
Hey, it's been said, you know, that Trump's son put 30 million on stock right before this.
Oh, all of them did. All of them
Yeah.
right before the
Right before it hits, and then of course things increase. They getting rich.
Oh,
That's why
His son-in-law, Kushner.
One of them.
Yeah.
We was on a call last night. Somebody, I think I heard somebody say about the next false flag when they're coming. The guy that bought the insurance company, that got the insurance policy for the Twin Towers, he just got that that big bank in California.
Yep. So we'll see. Right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That's the W.
Yep.
And he's an amateur.
Go figure.
Back to Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 3.
I said go figure.
Oh,
In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves.
Yeah, the mighty men, the warriors, they don't want to fight. They see it's a losing battle. Remember you used to, go to the army and everything. It was like a proud moment. Especially Jake, he finally doing something with himself, taking
All the
pictures and shit.
All the stickers on the car windows.
My son's in the army. My son's in the Marines. Now they crying,
Yeah.
and they forbearing to go. Yeah. You got a lot of people trying to they getting into the conscientious objector thing now too. That's coming back around because all this information coming out. Amalek, what it says, Jeremiah 49:10, I made Esau bear. Amalek is the head of that. I made Esau bear. He cannot hide himself. See, even these animals, even these squirrels know these so-called white people the devil. That's why they always getting attacked.
Yeah, it's like every morning on Good Morning America, it's a shark attack.
Yeah. No, stay in there.
Yeah.
God.
Hit your ass with a pistol shrimp.
All right, business shrimp. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right in the eyeball.
Right in the kisser.
Right.
Bow.
And it says, and the grinders cease because they are few.
Yeah, the worker. Now the work. Now also when you look into the word grind, when you go deep into it, it also means sex work too. Yeah. So that's gonna all that gonna fail.
That's one of the oldest professions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't nobody finna be paying. Look.
price going down.
Yeah. But
They're just gonna be giving it.
yeah.
Giving it up for some food.
Yeah. Really free.
Right.
Super a snatch and grab, so to speak. But yeah, it says the grinder cease because there are a few bringing it back home. Ain't no jobs, ain't no work, ain't no jobs. Remember that Young Jeezy 2008?
Yeah.
That was 2008.
Yeah.
How much more now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just came across, I guess there's a term that might start flying around where it says guys are saying they're starting to be economically or financially celibate.
I'm financially celibate.
Yeah. So, and then of course the woman's talking about it. Like I said, they like, look, we about to be spending their money like that, like that anymore.
I told the bitch that real.
When they
It's
had,
a young one.
when they had that 90-day rule, that's gone.
Now these women been puffed up and proud. They got this good job for so long and have all this money. He's a young one.
The Lord said, I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
That's right.
I literally told the bitch this earlier. I was getting greedy. All the time it was roughly around two something.
Yeah. Whatever.
So, bitch, this nigga, she just on a level
Yeah.
and trying to, I want to got an excuse for everything, not no accountability. I'm like, well, look, bitch, your money gonna mean nothing to me. I don't want to be the most slapping thing ever. Me and men like me. I'm like, what the fuck your money mean? The money can't protect you. You know, life is fine.
Richest prophet not. Go ahead.
Like, she was speaking so proud. Go ahead, read.
This is Proverbs chapter
I
11.
literally told it this. Go ahead.
It says, Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 4, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death.
That's so what good is money when evil come upon you? You can't go in the store and buy nothing. You can't buy nothing online. Everything will be fucking offline.
Well, wait a minute. What happened in Egypt? What did it say? The money fell. And these dollars ain't never been real money. You ain't got no gold. You ain't got no silver. Go ahead, brother. Yep. Go ahead.
Even in the times when we come in, like even having gold and silver.
That's a short window too,
Short window.
because you still need somewhere to sell it to.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 4. It says, labor not to be rich, cease from thine own wisdom, wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They
fly
fly
away.
away as an eagle toward heaven.
Yeah, you set your eyes on things that are not, man.
Right.
The whole financial system is collapsing.
Yep.
And even if you're trying to insulate yourself for the next system, ain't gonna be no next system. Because you know, Jake tried to be prudent and all this.
Yeah.
All that shit gonna work for a small set of time. But that's not the solution.
Yep.
You was gonna say
Yeah,
something?
precept back them up real quick. We'll go right along with that precept. This is Sirach 40 and 26. Actually, I'm gonna start at 25. It says, gold and silver make the foot stand sure, but counsel is esteemed above them both.
See? Because there's a scripture that says money is defense and it answered all things, right? Up until a point. It's up until a point. It says, what it say?
It said money is a defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it says in Jeremiah, was it 9 and 23? Finish your precept and then grab
It
that.
says, verse 26, riches and strength lift up the heart, but the fear of the Lord is above them both.
See? The fear of the Lord above them both. See? Go ahead.
There is no want in the fear of the Lord, and it needed not to seek help.
Perfect. What scripture is that?
Sirach 40, verse 25 to 27.
Yep.
It says, the fear of the Lord is a fruitful garden, and covered him above all glory.
Yep.
So go back to the fear of the Lord, because that leads to righteousness. And then guess what? Ultimately, the righteous things you've done for the Lord, that'll add up in the day of distress.
It's going to be remembered.
Yeah, it'll be remembered. No, not that one. The Lord is not unrighteous to forget our labor of love.
Yeah.
Because this is real labor. Like, you go your carnal job and shit, but the real labor is the spiritual work.
Yeah.
And if you ain't doing spiritual work, you ain't got nothing really to bargain with in the Lord's wrath, in the day of the Lord's wrath.
Yep.
We'll be down one thing.
Fucking smart.
Isaiah 33 and 6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time.
I ain't got
The
none.
strength of salvation. The
Yep.
fear of the Lord.
It's his strength.
Yep. And when we tell us, put your treasures where your treasures is, there where your heart be also. So our treasures are in the heavens.
Yep. Hey,
This is what you quoted.
Yep.
Oh, right.
I'm right there. Yep.
Okay, all right. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 9, verse 23. It says, thus said Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom.
Yeah, this earthly wisdom. You know, because you got people that know shit.
Yeah.
The finances, accounting, and that's cool up until a point. It's always up until a point. What you say?
No.
Great.
Yep.
It says, neither let the mighty man glory in his might.
'Cause you got some mighty men out here too. Yeah, the strong man, Mark Henry, right?
Veterans.
Yeah, there's some of these veterans.
They said that they're going to be faint in that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all these people's minds have been solely set on that this place is gonna last forever.
Right.
They've been in that, even our own people have been in that spirit of Esau that this house shall continue forever. They think they're gonna try to pass something down to their generations. Up here in America, when it's gonna be dissolved, man.
Yep.
It says, let not the rich man glory in his riches.
And we just dealt with that about why not to glory in your riches. It said it is a small thing for the Lord to make somebody rich or poor. You got how many people? Look, the Del Monte Company. Look, Boom, just like that.
Yeah. It says, but let him that glorieth glory in this.
Like if you're gonna boast about something, this is what you boast in. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Because this is a gift. Everybody can't do that.
Right.
Even amongst our own people. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't pray into the Lord and be heard.
Right.
No matter how long you gotta wait. You might have to wait. Tobit waited how long till his sight was restored? And you got these people, they don't want to wait, man. These people gonna find out that they don't know God.
Yeah. Yeah.
You fucking do whatever you want to do and then serve God at the same time.
Right.
The fucking the pastor and the choir director is a goddamn come on, I can't even say the word.
Right. You're flaming.
Yeah, Lord gonna kill all you motherfuckers, man.
Yep.
Now you ain't heard that before.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, let him glory, him that glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me.
That he understandeth and knoweth this truth, man.
That's right.
That's how you know the Lord. To know what his will is. His determination is to gather these nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Look at that big majestic dog. They done cut his nuts off. Ain't gonna see. Great Dane with no fucking nuts, man. These Edomites got to be stopped, man.
Yeah.
The so-called white man got to be stopped, man. Fucking dog stand on his back legs, damn 7 foot, damn near,
Yeah.
no goddamn nuts, man. That's fucking ridiculous. Read that part up back again, that last little part.
Yep. It says, verse 24, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me.
Right, that you understand the Lord, man. Go ahead.
That I am Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, which exercise loving kindness, judgment.
Yeah, see, judgment. See, the Lord exercised loving kindness, right? The mercy he have on his hopeful elect, and judgment, though. See, shit got to be judged. Shit got to be judged, man. He actually, why is this happening? Because the Lord judging it, man. But you don't know that.
No.
Go ahead.
And righteousness
In the earth.
in the earth. For in these things I delight.
So that's what
saith the Lord.
So that's what matters to him, man. Like these other people, they figure gain is godliness.
Yeah. Right.
You got to feel, I don't cuss.
Right.
How?
Right.
You must. You just living under the rock.
Yeah. Well, because that's the same. It'll make you cuss.
Yeah.
You got shit going on, it'll make you cuss.
Yeah, man.
Little Wales or somewhere.
All right, so with that, we hope this lesson was edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. Once again, going to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash.
double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also, salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like it to the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Shalom to sincere elect brothers and sisters on the comment board. We got next.
Shalom. Let's go.